This was the second time the top bank was holding its quarterly review since Bua Sidi became head of the bank. President Barrow last October sacked Bakary Jammeh and installed Sidi as the new governor of the central bank. Thursday's briefing should have come at the end of last month, but postponed till this week. Sidi in a statement gave updates on various sectors of the economy, from the banking sector to the foreign exchange market to price developments. On the banking sector, the top economist said,
"The Gambia Bureau of Statistics estimated real GDP growth for 2019 at 6.2%. That is 0.3 percentage points lower than the 2018 real growth. Growth was largely aided by the good performance in the services sector, construction, as well as improved business sentiments. In 2020, the IMF projected zero economic growth compared to an earlier estimated contraction of 1.8%, reflecting fiscal stimulus, relaxation of the restrictions, and increase in agricultural production. The central bank's composite index of economic activities, which is a statistical measure of aggregate economic activity, revealed year-on-year contraction of economic activity by 4.6% in 2020. However, signs of recovery are beginning to show in Q4 of 2020, and the forecast horizon due to eased restrictions and resumption of business activities in the last quarter of 2020. Readings from the bank's quarterly business sentiment survey points to a gloomy economic outlook, reflecting largely the impact of the outbreak of the new variant of COVID-19. Majority of respondents reported negative sentiments about the current and expected level of business activity in the next quarter. The survey also revealed heightened inflation expectations for Q1 2021.
The Gambia has always been known for being debt distressed, so they spoke on how things are looking domestically.
Total outstanding domestic debt stock as at end December 2020 grew by 4.3% to $34.6 billion, or 32.4% of GDP, from $33.1 billion, which is 36.2% of GDP in the corresponding period of 2019. Growth in the stock of treasury bills and sukuk al-salam slowed to 5.8% in 2020 compared to 11.5% in 2019. Interest rates in the domestic money market during the review period were mixed. The yields on the 91-day, 182-day, and 364-day treasury bill increased to 3.64%, 7.27%, 8.44% in December 2020, from 2.06%, 5.14%, and 7.47%, respectively, in 2019.
Prices of basic commodities in the country have always been a concern to Gambians. The CBG has been monitoring the situation.
Consumer price inflation accelerated in January 2021 on account of significant increase in oils and fats subcomponent of food inflation. Headline inflation rose to 7.6% in January 2021 from 5.7% in December 2020 and by 0.2 percentage points from a year ago. Food inflation increased to 9.1% in January 2021 from 8.1% in the corresponding period in 2020. The rise in food prices is explained by the increase in all subcomponents of the food basket, except for a few. Non-food inflation, in contrast, declined to 6.1% in January 2021 from 6.8% in the same period last year on account of a drop in the prices of housing, water, electricity, and other fuels and communication services.
The issue of food commodities getting expensive is closely linked with the quality of the dalasi. According to the CBG, the Gambian dalasi has been dogged by consistent depreciation.
Well, if government increased taxes and that's why prices have gone up, this is not accurate. Price increase, the tax increase has nothing to do with the increase in prices. And in the Gambia, the major commodities which cause the increase in prices, for instance, rice, is zero tax. So it's not because of the tax increase that is resulting to the increase in price. A part of the increase in commodity prices, like I said, is structural. And that is being addressed by the government in trying to improve the efficiency of the port expansion. Right now, our port can take one vessel, the jetty, can take one vessel at a time. For the ships to enter the Gambian territory from the Ozone in high seas, there are channels that they go to because of the sand level at the bottom of the sea. So those channels, what government is trying to do also restricts how many ships can enter to the port at any given time. So to take care of those structural problems, the government is trying to increase the channels so that access to our port is many or increased. And also the jetty, like I said, can accommodate only one ship. Efforts are on the way very soon so that the jetty expansion can start for it to accommodate 3 ships. This would really make access easy, and the queue that is in high seas, which contributes to the increase in prices. Recently, you may hear that container prices have gone up. That is because of those reasons.
The coronavirus pandemic has rattled economies around the world. It continued to negatively affect the growth of the Gambian economy too. The CBG's next Monetary Policy Committee meeting will take place in May, when it will next share the country's economic and financial developments. For TFN News Review, I am Mate Senghor.